Konnichiwa. I'm Natsumi Higa, and welcome back to Japan Labor Rights. Today, we are tackling one of the most insidious forms of wage theft in Japan, Service Zangyo, or unpaid overtime. We're going to compare it to the concept of unpaid internships you might see in places like the US or Europe, and expose why Service Zangyo is a much more dangerous, and frankly, criminal, labor violation. Do you ever feel that knot in your stomach at 5 p.m.? You've finished your contractual work, but you can't leave. You're sitting there, hands on the keyboard, doing extra work. Sometimes for an hour, sometimes for 3, and you know you won't be paid a single yen for it. That exhaustion you feel, that crushing weight, that is the hon, your true feeling. Screaming, "This is unfair! This is theft!" But then, the tateme, the public face, the cultural expectation, kicks in. Everyone does it. It's for the team. It's expected. You are told to put on a show of dedication, a pretense of voluntary sacrifice, for work you are legally entitled to be paid for. This is not dedication. It's coerced volunteerism. This pressure is often amplified for women in the Japanese workplace. While men are often pressured to stay late for networking or nomenkai, women frequently face the expectation to endure service zangyo silently. By managing the invisible labor, they are expected to stay late to clean up, organize files, or prepare tea for the next morning. Tasks often dismissed as support duties that are not worthy of compensation. Women are taught that endurance and cooperation are their strengths. And to complain about unpaid labor is to be seen as not a team player. We must break this silence. A black company thrives on your ignorance and fear. They intentionally conflate service zangyo with legitimate practices like unpaid internships in the West to normalize exploitation. Let's be clear. A traditional, legitimate, unpaid internship in the West is usually structured around education and training. The focus is on learning, not productivity. But what is service zangyo? It is productive, revenue-generating work that is simply not compensated. You are doing the exact same job, using the exact same skills as you did during paid hours. This distinction is crucial, but managers will tell you every lie imaginable to avoid paying you. It's Japanese culture. The Labor Standards Act, Rōdō Kijun-hō, is the law of the land, not some vague cultural expectation. Wage theft is not culture. It's just preparation for the next day. That's not work. Lie. If the task is necessary for the company's operation and done under the company's direction, it is legally considered labor time. The Labor Standards Act doesn't apply to foreign workers. The most dangerous lie. Japan's labor laws apply to every single worker in Japan, regardless of nationality or visa status. Believing these lies crushes your spirit. It makes you internalize the wage theft. You start thinking, I must be slow, or I'm not dedicated enough. This is the ultimate trap. The black company gets free labor and makes you feel guilty for being a victim. This mental toll, this degradation of your self-worth, is why we fight. The law is designed to protect your dignity. Let's dismantle these myths with the hard legal facts. The Japanese Labor Standards Act, Rōdō Kijun-hō, specifically Article 37, is crystal clear. Any work performed beyond the statutory work hours, usually 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, must be compensated with a premium wage. Weekdays, at least 25% premium. Late night 10 p.m., an additional 25% premium. Holidays, at least 35% premium. Service zangyo is, by definition, work that is done under the direction or implied direction of the employer, and is uncompensated. This is not a gray area. It is illegal wage theft. Here is what your company cannot legally do. They cannot call it voluntary work. If the work is necessary, if your manager knows you are working, or if the work is a requirement for your job, it is work. The company's silent approval is the same as explicit command. They cannot force you to use a separate break time system, to clock out and then continue working. This is a deliberate attempt to manipulate the time record, and is a serious violation of the Labor Contract Act. The Civil Code allows you to claim compensation慰謝料, solatium or damages, if the company's actions were malicious, severely affected your health, or constituted an intentional violation of the law. This is your right to seek damages beyond the basic unpaid wages, unlike many unpaid internships in other countries, where the legality might be debated. Service Zangyo in Japan is always illegal once proven. This is your legal shield. You are not asking for a favor. You are demanding the wages that were stolen from you. You can claim back wages for up to 3 years from the date the payment should have been made. The law is on your side, but you need evidence, Shōko. A black company will lie and manipulate records. Your job is to create a parallel, undeniable record. Clock in, clock out records. Take a photo of your time card or system screen every single day, before and after you work. Audio recordings. Legally, you can record conversations in Japan as long as you are a party to the conversation. Record your manager assigning you work after your official clock-out time. Email and system logs. Save emails sent late at night, especially those from your manager. Take screenshots of computer logs, or documents showing timestamps of when you were actively working. Diary logs. Keep a meticulous diary. Date. Time started working. Time stopped working. What you did, and who instructed you. This is your strongest evidence. Step 1. Consultation. Do not confront your boss immediately. First, consult with a union, especially a community union, if your workplace has none, or visit the Labor Standards Inspection Office, Rōki. They will guide you on the next steps, and help you calculate the exact amount of unpaid wages and compensation owed. Step 2. Collective bargaining. A union can negotiate for you. When a company is confronted by a union armed with your evidence, they will almost always settle, to avoid an official Rōki investigation, which can lead to criminal penalties. Step 3. Filing a claim. If negotiations fail, the Rōki or a lawyer can help you file a claim. Key rule. Don't quit yet. Gather proof first. If you quit, the company has less incentive to cooperate, and you may lose access to critical evidence on their systems. Service Zangyo is not a cultural norm. It is wage theft. It is not a voluntary sacrifice. It is exploitation, and it is explicitly illegal under the Labor Standards Act, Rōdō Kijun-hō. When they tell you, it's just the way it is, you must remember, the law, the civil code, and the power of the Rōki are all on your side. You are entitled to fair pay for every hour of productive work. Don't let your boss steal your time, your money, or your dignity. Knowledge is your armor. Use this information to protect yourself and your colleagues. Subscribe to Japan Labor Rights to survive and conquer the Japanese workplace. Like this video? Share it with someone who is stuck doing Service Zangyo. And let's build a community where exploitation is no longer tolerated. Yeah. またね。